Welcome back, fatties, to the Phat Chat, where the pH is as toxic as your bathroom after a 7-Eleven burrito. I'm your host tonight, Neff, joined by Joshua, Cisco, and Sean. And here on the Phat Chat, our interests are...
Should we start over?
I would keep this.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Compose yourself. Let's go.
My
Let's
bad.
do this.
Okay, so as we mentioned on the last episode, we need your help, fatties. We need your help. I need your help. On the Phat Chat, what we're trying to do is reach 1,500 followers on Instagram and 1,000 plays on any platform. So please help us out on that. We'll be holding another raffle with a grand prize of 2 topic rights and a PS4. So how can you help? Well, post us on your stories and your feed. Shout us out, and we'll do the same for you. On tonight's episode, we'll be covering a special topic, coping with quarantine, with our special guest from Sabrina from the UK, and then shows that we believe wouldn't make it in today's society. And then a topic from our fatty Jennifer, which is our guilty pleasures, and food, which is more. Brand name and off-brand. And then we're going to consider who's better. So let's dive into the toxicity of the Phat Chat with our special guest, Sabrina. So hi, Sabrina. How you doing?
Hi. I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you. Well, I guess my first question, Sabrina, is how are things in the UK right now with during the quarantine?
Well, currently at the moment, we're looking at probably another lockdown. It's quite difficult in the sense that people are sort of going back to normality, but then at the same time, the cases are rising. So in certain areas of London at the moment, especially in sort of the Middle East, it's sort of north of England.
Oh my God. Oh man, okay.
Oh my God.
I guess she just disappeared. Okay. Where did she go?
Is someone trying to get her back? We had solid connection for like a full hour, and then boom.
She's still here, I think.
Oh, she's right there.
Welcome back. Where'd you go? You time travel there.
No idea. You guys were still on the screen, and then
That was amazing.
You were gone.
Just cut out.
sorry.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
That was hilarious. You were talking, and then all of a sudden, just like that, you were gone.
Dude, Cisco, I'm so glad we have this recorded because Cisco's face was so
I have
frightened.
because nothing changed on my screen. Absolutely nothing changed.
Bro,
on
what
my
was even my face? Was it like a?
Because his face, dude, your face was like this. It was like,
I was like,
Oh man. So Sabrina, this isn't a COVID question, but how's the Wi-Fi over there? Is it great?
I think the Wi-Fi's been affected. Maybe it's got a 10 p.m. curfew as well.
Oh my
oh
God.
my God.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. So I guess let's just
Hopefully
jump,
nothing
Where
else.
were we?
let's just jump into the second question since we're already here. All right, Sarah. So what do you think you miss the most about normal life, and why?
I think I miss just being able to make arrangements and hang out with my friends and not have to think about so much things to implement with the whole COVID situation, or we can't associate with more than 6 people at the moment inside or outside the house, and the government are encouraging neighbors to kind of snitch on you and call the police if they see you with more than 6 people from a different household. So somebody got fined like £300 for having more than 6 people in their house for
wow.
a party recently. And so I kind of miss that kind to just go to the city in the evening and the kind of simple things. So yeah.
What's the equivalent of 300 pounds in US dollars? Do you know?
I am looking at it right now.
It's about
382.
400.
Almost
Okay.
$400. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a big fine.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it's about £3,200 if they can fine you on the sort of public transport if you're not wearing a mask.
Snap.
But then neither are the members of staff. So kind of like,
See, I think we need to have something like that here in America,
Yeah,
dude. Because
I think
if
so, too.
people were fined out here, you know how many people would stay indoors, especially with being unemployed on COVID.
Well,
Dude.
isn't everyone getting unemployment and like a lot?
Not anymore.
Well,
They're
he's
not
not-
getting that. They're not
No,
getting that stimulus.
Yeah, that pandemic
Oh, man.
unemployment is ended.
I don't understand.
For us.
I don't know how it works with like the government though, because obviously America is based on the Constitution, and like it's like it's everyone's. Oh, you're free. You can do whatever you want, essentially. So they have to follow the guidelines of the Constitution. But obviously in the UK, I don't know how that works. So I don't know what kind of limitations you guys would have like with the repercussion of like the people. Because here people like will protest and go crazy. They'll be like, I want my chicken nuggets, and they'll like fight for their liberty.
And chicken nuggets.
And their chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying? So
Jeez.
I don't know how that is for you guys.
Well, that's just like if imposing a fine would be just like a traffic ticket. You know what I mean? Like you can fight over a traffic ticket, but ultimately you're probably going to pay it. So it's kind of the same thing. Imposing a fine, you're not telling people that they can't go out, but you are telling people that you'll get a fine if you do. So that's kind of the difference. It's not unconstitutional in that aspect. But I think you're right though, that people would protest, people would march. I mean, America's already burning anyway with all the protests going on. So what's another one? You know?
Right. Just a few $1,000s. Just kidding. Are we having some technical difficulties over there by any chance?
Yeah, I don't think I think she lost her audio.
There's
I don't
gonna
think
be
she
a
can
lot
hear
of
us.
editing in this one.
Wait, so can she hear us or we can't hear her?
She can't hear us.
Oh my gosh.
Can we
she
cut
can't
this?
hear us.
Yeah.
Susan, please.
Probably will.
Oh yeah,
Let me
we got to
pause
do
it.
the name thing.
I did it. I don't know if you guys heard.
You already did.
Okay.
So who's gonna?
So I'll just
Okay, I'm gonna ask the third question, and then you guys can keep
Yeah,
going.
you're gonna ask Suzanne the third question.
Also,
and
are we
then
keeping this
Susan-
in the chat? I really recommend we keep this in the podcast. Just this part where we're discussing if we're gonna do it. Can she hear
okay,
us?
yeah. So I say Susie. I mean,
Yeah.
Sabrina,
And Susie,
to Sabrina,
Cisco,
can you
you're
hear
gonna
us?
ask Susie, and I'm gonna ask
Okay.
Stephanie, and then Sean's gonna ask Sophie.
okay.
Sophia?
Sophia,
And then whenever we just say the name, just pick from the list.
basically.
Can you hear us yet? Hello. Audio test 2.
Hmm.
Testicle.
Can you hear? I don't think she can hear us yet.
She paused like she heard you.
She's getting.
She was like,
I think
maybe
she-
I don't
think
want to
she's getting
reconnect.
she just wants to go home now.
Yeah, she messaged me. She said, "I said, can you hear us?" She said, "No." Huh.
Oh.
How you doing?
Two lovebirds talking secretly over a podcast.
Wow, the romance.
Oh man, who's the romance? Tell me, please do.
Sean's no longer single,
Bro, get a
ladies.
server.
No, I'm still single. 8675309. You know, the last text I got did not work out. So, you know, 2
What
days in, I was like, "Nah, you crazy girl."
The last text
So-
he got was no.
Oh, someone texted him for a reason.
I mean, she just.
Oh my god.
Are you crying, dude? It's okay. I'm sorry. R.I.P. I'm my bad, dog.
Oh no, you're good.
I love you.
No, you don't.
Do you think maybe she needs to like reset Discord?
Maybe.
I don't know. That mic looks pretty expensive. Maybe she doesn't like.
Know how to use it yet?
Yeah.
No, we were setting it up, and we had like I had helped her
on
put the interface and all that.
Maybe you didn't do a good job. I'm just kidding.
I did a great job. You know what?
No,
Don't
it's
give me
Sean's
that.
fault.
Wait, can she see us? Can you see? Wait.
Yeah, she can see us. Yeah.
See.
Yeah, she just
can you
told me
see
that.
us?
Does she know
Yeah.
sign language?
You would be.
No.
Oh,
No.
shut up.
Bro, all we see is
Spell
blur.
out blur.
Your camera's
Spell out
garbage.
Who, mine or hers?
Wait,
Cisco's.
how about now?
Oh,
C.
What up, cut?
I don't know what that is. I.
What up, cut?
so she's gonna. I think she's gonna leave Discord and come back.
Okay. Should I
That's
find
what I
C2?
would do.
So that leaves me the that leaves me the
Bro.
question. Apparently, the Wi-Fi in the U.S. is better than the Wi-Fi in the U.K.
Hey, America. Am I right, guys? Hoorah. Semper
Bro, my hand
Fi.
looks like my hand looks like the
You-
Flash when he phases through stuff.
Or like you're having a seizure.
Oh my gosh, dude, it does.
Ready? Watch.
Maybe that's just your internet connection. It's so unstable.
No, it's my computer screen. It's pretty old.
Oh, look at that, dude. That looks like the butterfly effect.
Who is real?
I can't do that.
Whoa.
She
That's
just watching us be
crazy.
idiots.
Dang, look how fast I am.
Oh,
Oh.
there she goes.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
she's
should just
resetting.
throw this on. We should just throw this on.
Yeah, we should.
Do you guys
Oh,
have? You
she's
guys
gone.
are recording
She's
the
back.
screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still
Cool.
recording the screen.
Ooh,
Can you hear
can
us?
you hear us now?
This is gonna get us so much fame on YouTube.
All this clout.
Sorry.
All the cloud.
Oh, welcome back. Nice of you to
Oh,
join us
hi.
again.
So
Did you have-
sorry.
Did you have a good tea break?
I did. I even had a scone, darling.
Oh, mighty and mighty. Oh, lordy,
Scone.
lordy.
Oh,
Nah,
scone.
are you serious?
Not a scone.
Come on,
God,
man.
scone.
Respect the
Sabrina,
British.
it's a
Hey, drive a
scone.
Scion. What do you want
I'm
from
sorry
me?
about him.
Sorry. It's in the
Unfiltered
Uber.
swine.
It's on its way. Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so sorry. All this time it's been perfectly fine, and now it's
I
Okay,
know.
it's happened to me like almost every time.
I mean, have you listened to the
Oh my
podcast?
gosh,
Cisco's
yeah.
internet is garbage. Garbage.
it is pretty bad.
It's like the evolution of Cisco from episode
The first
1 to
3
episode
episodes.
4.
Dude,
oh my god,
okay,
it's
episode
amazing.
1 was terrible, and then
And I
episode 2 I couldn't
purposely-
finish.
Oh, yeah, I remember actually. I remember
Yeah.
the conversation, but I actually called my service provider yesterday and was like, "Can my service?" And he's like, "Yeah, upgrade it." And yeah, wow, welcome to Virgin Media.
Nice. Well,
Well, let's go ahead and continue with the next question.
Alrighty.
So where were we at?
So what was the
Are we-
question? Yeah, the second question.
So the
you
second
spoke.
question. So, okay, Sarah, what is the thing that you miss most about normal life and why?
I think it's just the ability to kind of just get up and go and meet with your friends, meet with your family. I think that kind of like you have to think so much logistics with, just even going to see your grandparents. I mean, I work in a school, so I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm around lots of people and there's not a great deal of social distancing with children. So I haven't been able to see sort of like my grandparents, and my dad is quite vulnerable. So again, it's that kind of, you have to think, you have to have such a thought process behind seeing people. And then also just, like on a weekend at this time of the night, sometimes me and my sister will just go to the city and get bubble tea. Now I can't do that because, there's so much logistics, like I said before, that has to go around. You can't, there's no 24-hour train. You've got to think of the mask, everything. It's just, I just miss the normality.
Bubble tea over there is our boba, right?
Boba.
It's our boba.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have that as well. Yeah, but
Well, it's like
bubble
it.
tea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You have like tapioca
okay.
tea and all that. It's
Oh.
lovely.
And do you miss?
Yeah.
'Cause you said you work as a
Tapioca
teacher.
tea? That sounds really good. Sorry.
Sorry, say that again.
You said you work as a teacher.
I work with children. I'm not a teacher. I work. I do OT, occupational therapy, and support for children.
You're an OT?
So I work with the local council OT and I kind of work in the school. So
So you're like an OTA?
So I cover classes as well. So it's like
Okay.
yeah, a bit of everything really.
Oh, cool.
Jack of
That's
all
really
trades.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an easy job. That's not easy.
No.
So
Definitely
But it's
not.
Ah.
great fun.
Right. I'm gonna pretend I know what that is and commend you. I'm just
Do you want to be educated?
after the podcast. We're gonna hold on to this internet connection and we're gonna keep it rolling. All right, Susan.
Please.
what do you say that you personally have been doing to cope for this quarantine?
Well, to be honest, I haven't really, because I've kind of worked throughout the lockdown in London, because we had to keep the schools open for critical workers. But during sort of like the weekends and stuff like that, I think I've kind of just been redecorating my flat, actually, doing a lot of DIY. And we have a local river that runs down the side by me. So a lot of like walking and reading books, catching up on my anime.
Nice.
So yeah.
What kind of anime do you watch? Oh,
Ooh, look at these guys.
Everybody's like, ooh.
I've kind of like gone back to watching Naruto because I'd kind of missed quite a few of them, and then kind of tried to catch up. So I tried to watch it from season 1, which is still taking me quite a while.
Jeez, yeah, that's a lot of seasons.
Yeah, I love One Punch Man. Can I say that?
Ooh, yes. I was just gonna say it would be a One Punch Man fan right here.
Yeah, One Punch Man is definitely up there on my list. Yeah. So yeah.
All
And I watch a lot of Korean dramas.
Oh, nice. I just finished watching one. Honestly, what was it called?
Oh,
Live Up to Your Name, or something like that. It's pretty
Give
good.
up your name.
Sorry, say that again.
What is it? I think it's called like Living Up to Your Name or something like that. It's on Netflix. It's
Okay.
pretty good.
Oh, I like one. It's called Bulgogi.
Yes, I have seen that
I
one.
haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's just meat.
That's food. Isn't that food? Isn't that a way to prepare meat?
No, there is
Meat?
one. There is one. It's on. It's a. What do you call it? It is a food, and it's a very nice food. I actually made
It is
it
a very-
like last
Oh, I
weekend.
love it. I love Bulgogi.
Beef bulgogi is one of my favorites, but
Wait,
it is
say it again. Beef what?
beef bulgogi. Am I saying it wrong?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I like the way that you have like a class to it.
Yeah, it sounds fancy. Like we're a bulgogi.
It seems like
over the whole time.
It seems like you're speaking in cursive, and I like it.
We're like, we had
Thank
some
you.
beef
Why,
bulgogi.
thank you. Thank you. Much
The elegance of the UK.
yes. Well, one does try.
Everybody's
Cisco, you want to ask the fourth question?
Yeah. Okay. So, Susie, how do people feel about masks over there?
Yeah, it's a definite love it, hate it, Marmite moment. There are a lot of people who will wear it and they'll wear two. They'll have like the whole face shield and then they'll have a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got ones who will wear it, but it will stay on their chin the whole time. So, there is a definite love and hate relationship with them. But I think people do walk around, they just don't want to get, caught by the authorities or whatever. But
Do you love the masks?
no, I don't, but I do wear it. Yeah, but
Is
there's no
that
like
also
enforcement.
Is that a fine measure as well? Like if you
Yeah,
don't wear
you
your
can
mask,
be
you're
fined if you don't wear it on like public transport and stuff. But then they do recommend that you wear it in the supermarkets, and then security guards are not going to be like, you can't. They don't really go in, say to you, oh, you can't come in because you're not wearing a mask. When they should really encourage you to wear a mask. But then, you could say you're exempt, and I don't know if they're asking for what's the word? Proof of that. But
that's really interesting though. It's like I'm pretty sure people over there aren't tripping about it because they're gonna get fined anyway. So it's like if you don't want to come with a mask, hey, we'll just call the cops and just be like, hey, come in and find this person. Make more money for them.
yeah, but then also a lot of them just don't bother.
Oh,
sorry.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Stephanie, what are some of the regulations that people aren't following?
There's a kind of like so there's a limit to how many people are allowed on the bus, and there's a lot of like bus drivers who are just allowing everybody on the bus, and then they're supposed to leave one seat between each passenger, and they'll just come and like sit right next to you.
Cost them that rubbing in your face. I love
You
it.
think they just want the digits, or
Oh gosh, they just sit, and and you look at them, and you're like, hi, and nobody cares.
just give them
even on the
Trump's
train.
number 865?
Yeah.
He is still single, by the way.
Sorry.
Chon is still single for everyone
Do
who's
you want to
listening.
plug your number in?
Yeah. If you heard the
Yeah, he's a
last
great guy.
podcast, I was single and then I gave up my number 867-5309. Just shoot the text, and someone did, but that didn't last very long. So I'm single again.
He's still out there.
This
He's in the market. He's
I
a
feel like
fish.
I feel like this is gonna be like an ongoing trend, man. I'm gonna be single and then I won't be, and then I will be and I won't be. So we'll see how this goes.
What? That's what the name of today's podcast should be. It's just his number.
That's it.
I can promote you in London. I can promote you with all the London girls.
There you go.
There you go. Promote it.
Extra fans, all the elegance. Look at the pinkies.
Do I have to talk fancy like you guys?
Oh yes,
Don't
darling,
die.
very
Please
much.
Okay.
Oh man. Alrighty, Sophia. What are some funny quarantine stories or incidents that you have witnessed?
I remember I was coming on the bus back home. There's a lot of bus stories because I get the public transport. And this guy had a coughing fit on the bus. I don't know if I told you this, John, actually.
I don't think you did.
No, so this was this week, actually, so maybe I didn't. Anyway, he had this coughing fit, and this woman literally flew out of the bus. So she just jumped out of her seat, ran down the stairs, and then was out the door by the next stop. And I swear I didn't blink, because if you
Before she
blinked,
was
you
already
missed
gone.
it. It was so quick.
She was a flash.
She literally just, the poor guy looked so embarrassed. So embarrassed.
So because you guys have 2-story buses there, right? Like all your buses are
Yeah,
2-story?
upstairs and downstairs. Yeah. So she was upstairs on the upper deck, and the guy coughed, and she jumped up, flew down the stairs, and then was like, you could hear the ding 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 on the bus to stop the bus. And then when the bus stopped, she just got out and she kept looking back at the bus like, I thought the guy was going to go after her. But yeah, it was really funny.
Oh man.
It was almost like a comic moment, you know?
Like jump out.
I'm sure.
So this
Jump
is-
out with a
yeah.
parachute. Just
Yeah.
She just jumped off the second
Oh,
level.
it was a true coyote moment.
Stella, you mentioned that everyone or that there's a lot of transportation, public transportation. How is it with is there like a lot of regulations with like owning your own vehicle?
So owning your own vehicle in London is very expensive. You have to pay to drive it into the city, and seeing as majority of people work in the city, they tend to not drive their car unless it's a requirement that they need their car during the day. It's about the last time I checked, I think it's £15 a day. It could have gone up. I might be wrong, but it's roughly about that amount to drive your car into the city, unless you have a electric car. I
Oh
think
my
it's free
gosh.
for electric.
Jeez.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you can't
but
just
then
get like a Civic, throw like a V8 in it, and like mob around? Is that not a thing?
No, I mean,
you would be a Civic. You would try to put a V8 in a Civic, wouldn't you?
Obviously, bro. It's a Ferrari killer, dog. It's a shark on wheels. You got to be careful.
Oh man. But no, Sabrina was talking a while back ago that they charge you for everything in London. I mean, you get charged taxes for watching TV. I mean, Sabrina there's like it's crazy. It's insane what they get charged for. I mean, you could tell them, Sabrina.
Dude, it's no wonder America split from taxes.
Well, like if you have a car in London, I used to. I mean, I drive. I don't have a car now, but I had to pay for the insurance, which is bonkers. Where I live in particular, the insurance is more than £400 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's only third party fire and theft. That's not I couldn't get insurance any cheaper than that. Then you have to pay to park it outside the house you pay for. Then you have to pay to put it on the road, so you have to pay road tax, and then you've got your MOT and stuff like that, and your insurance. So, and then if you want to drive it into the city, you have to pay to drive it into the city. It's just it's just not worth it. It's
That's
not.
Right. You just steal a car instead. Am I right?
Yeah,
I do that.
Easy GTA.
But you know what? They actually, that's very interesting though, that because public transportation, like I don't know if you guys ever watch Adam Ruins Everything, but he goes over how other countries have taken the lead on public transportation because it saves a lot of greenhouse gases and stuff, but also helps with traffic flow. And how by just doing public transportation, you can get to places faster than actually having your own car and all that stuff. So I wonder if Britain is one of those places where we're just going to put all these taxes so that way people can be kind of coerced or forced into public transportation. It's not worth it.
They are trying to kind of become more sort of eco-friendly, so more like bike riding into encourage bike riding into work. They have lots of access public bikes that you can use an app. You download an app and you pay for it, and you can use the bikes whenever you need it. And there's the public transport is really accessible here in London. Like you can get a bus and a train to nearly anywhere. So, it makes more sense to. Unfortunately, it's just very expensive. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Random kind of. Back to the COVID. Stacy, I was wondering, there's this video that I sent. Well, no, actually, you sent to me, and I sent it to the podcast guys about the government was giving some 50% off of food or dining, and then they switched it over like the following month of September because the numbers increased. Like that's it. So did that actually happen?
So in August, they did the Eat Out to Help Out. So in the beginning of sort of end of July, early August, restaurants, restaurants and pubs and things like that started opening back up more frequently. And so to encourage people to go out and obviously help support financially the restaurants, they were giving this kind of £10 off everybody. So they say 50% off. It's not. It's like £10 per person at the meal, with a minimum spend of £10. So you have to spend beyond £10 and you get £10 off your bill, off your overall bill, depending on how many people are at your meal. And that's great and it's wonderful. But then in September, they're like in August, they're like, yeah, come eat out, enjoy the great British weather, and then in September, like, where are you going? Why are you leaving your house? It's 10 p.m.
There's waiting outside your door.
Yeah. But also another thing that's happening is obviously with the pubs and restaurants closing at 10 p.m., everyone's just partying in the streets. So they're just taking it outside.
Okay.
At the moment.
Take notes.
Yeah.
There you go. We're gonna have to party in the streets, guys. If they do that, 10 p.m. just block parties all day, every day.
I think that's all for the questions, I believe, unless anyone else has anything else they wanted to add.
No, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Sadie, for being on the podcast with us. Hopefully, moving forward, please enjoy, and please add us on all your social media accounts and continue to shout us out. But yeah, I think we're going to be moving on to the next subject. I don't know if you want to say any parting words.
No, thank you very much for having me. It's been a great experience. And I wish you all the very best with the Phat Chat. And I will be shouting out to everybody about it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Hey, I know the time difference is crazy, so thanks for staying up late for us. I know we adjusted our time so we can all kind of not have like ridiculous recording time. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
No
thank you very
worries.
much.
Take care of yourselves.
All right. Good morning.
Thank you. You too. Stay safe.
All right, so now we're going to be going to shows that wouldn't make it. Now, the comedy has changed so much in the last 10 years, and a lot of people have become very sensitive to certain types of jokes, and everyone seems to be like way too quick to take some offenses. So a few shows that we kind of compiled that we don't think would really make it is number one, The Office. What do you guys think?
I think
No.
And I don't know if you guys have watched like the whole show. You don't even have to. But in season 1, episode 2, I forgot what it's called, but they put sticky notes on their head, and it's supposed to be a different nationality for like, so that way they can be, what is that called? The word for it, like equal or something like that.
It's like basically like equality, the appreciation day.
Equality. There you go. Yeah.
National
and so,
Cultural Appreciation Day, something.
There you go. That's what it is. And so they all put sticky notes on their head, and someone's like, woman or other stuff like that.
Yeah, like Jew or Hebrew or like black or short or something like that. You have to walk around, and you have to treat the other person
as what the sticky note says.
Yeah.
But like according to their, what is it like? According to the, like, what's the word called?
The Office.
No, you fool. when they judge people, what do they judge people off?
Racist?
Nah. Well, yeah.
Stereotypes.
Yes, you have to judge them.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You guys haven't watched The
okay.
Office? It's when you like what they were doing is they were like treating each other based on their common stereotypes of their sticker.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah.
Like it just there's so many, like just the pilot episode itself. Like I don't even think that the pilot would get past people like making an uproar about everything that was in it. I mean, it's just it's funny. It's funny comedy because it comes from ignorance. Like the characters are portrayed as ignorant people, except for like Jeff and Pam, right, and like a few others. But
Jeff?
it's like
Did you say Jeff?
Huh? What?
Did you say
Jeff?
Jeff?
I didn't say Jeff.
You mean Jim?
Sure.
You're about to get kicked?
Come on, man.
So yeah, Jim and Pam, like they're the only ones that really showed some common sense. But and Toby, no one likes Toby though. but
He has
but
some
it's like
crazy
it's
parts,
just
though.
it's funny. It's funny when you see all that, because it just comes from ignorance. It comes from an ignorant character. But it still wouldn't fly. Like, you just have a lot of people, and I think even Steve Carell quoted when he was interviewed on, I think it was by NBC or some magazine, on the red carpet. They were asking him, like, are you guys going to do a reunion? And he said, no, I don't think we're going to do a reunion. He goes, most of the comedy that's in there, it wouldn't be accepted anyway. He goes, it's so hard to be a comedian nowadays because no one can take a joke. And like and that was the end of his interview, and it kind of hits different when you look at what's going on today and how sensitive people can be with anything that's said. And I mean anything that's said. You're always going to have like that whole statement of everybody's a critic. That can't be more true than today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But another one that I was thinking of was the Bernie Mac show. And I know, like, I don't think it's not one of those things that wouldn't make it today. I think it would just be a very controversial show between different communities, because there's so many inappropriate handling of situations. It kind of goes to like episode 1 when we started talking about making fun of how Goku was like the perfect father, right? Even though he beat his son for not fighting. And it's kind of the same thing with Like, if you're familiar with Bernie Mac's comedy, you know that it's not for the faint of heart, but like there's things that his comedy is based off of his life. His comedy is based off of his stories and things that he grew up with. And so then you think about like the kind of father that he was portraying. It was that, like, be a man and do this and do that. Like, this is what you're going to do. And there's like the episode where the way he treated his son when he had asthma was funny, but it's just like, dang, would I want to do that? Would I be that kind of father? That's my thought process on Bernie Mac.
I'll be honest, I watched like 3 episodes. So I'm not hyper aware of the Bernie Mac show, but I do know like of the whole culture and idea of like the very much not overbearing, like over macho, I guess. The machismo that comes from something like that.
The machismo.
I guess another one would be Johnny Bravo.
Dude, you know how many feminists in the world would just be all over it? Like, dude.
Thank you very much.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, because it's like when you really look back at that show and you see how he would just harass women. Like, it was crazy.
So
like at the pool. Like, they're in like full on bathing suits, not even like 2 pieces or nothing. And he can't take no for an answer. And I don't know if that was like designed to give men confidence as young men. Just be like, don't take, who cares? She says no, just keep asking. Like, the way how it should be. No, I'm just kidding.
I even looked up.
We just lost our followers, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah, all the 52% of women followers we lost.
No, dude, I even I looked up some of the stuff from the show, and a quote right here. He's talking to a girl, and she says, "How many times do I have to tell you I have a boyfriend?" And he says, "Well, you look like the kind of girl that could use 2."
So he is the reason why there's all these memes, why there's all these millennials with these memes, and Gen Z and all that. It's all like, what do you mean?
But he spit game. He spit game. What are you gonna say?
I don't care about your boyfriend. Right? Which one was it? Isn't that one? It's like it's a really big TikTok song right now. Like, they're just like, I don't care about your boyfriend.
I'm an adult. I don't have TikTok. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's like the I like you.
Oh yeah.
That one, yeah.
And I don't care about your boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. So that's dude, that's the world, bro. That's the world now. But and it all stemmed from Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. Well, kind of Yeah. Well, kind of like what you were saying, Josh, about the women. Would we have like a? I was looking up there some facts about the Johnny Bravo show, and it says that the biggest supporters at the Cartoon Network were women.
Really?
It
Biggest
says
supporters,
here that
biggest
it
supporters.
said it may sound strange. Were women, because it said it may sound strange for the chauvinistic Bravo to have their support. It says, but as Partible mentioned, it says, I think it's because they know Johnny Bravo's in their lives and can relate, and they also enjoy watching him get his comeuppance. I guess is what they're saying.
Hmm.
Well, the thing
Come
There
about
you go.
Comeuppance?
Just if you want
What's
to
a
get a girl,
comeuppance?
just walk up to her, take your shirt off, like the episode with the lady was on the park.
or
I have no
Dude,
idea what the
can you
comeuppance is.
imagine
I
if
just
I
read it
did
because
that
that's
in
what
real
it
life?
said.
Can you imagine if I did that in real life?
Well,
I just went
bro,
to like a public pool,
to be
took
fair,
off my shirt, and was like, "What's up, girl?"
to be
You
fair,
would get
that's
like
Flex on
10
her,
numbers
you know what I
an
mean?
hour.
that's what I'm saying. That's a hard comparison, bro. A
Mhm.
Mustang like
I'll just
yourself,
be a waitress. I'll just be a waiter at
stallion
Mr.
like
Pickle.
I don't
yourself.
know, dude. It's different though. Comparing you to Johnny Bravo, you'd probably get a lot more numbers.
I probably would.
Your success rate is already through the roof.
Hmm.
But that's the thing about humor, though. Like, it has to make it's rhetoric essentially. Like, it's making fun of something that is a difficult subject to talk about, but that's kind of the humor about it because it lightens the mood. It takes away from that tension. So
Well, and that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
humor has been used so long, and then I don't know if it's because maybe people are just too tired of it. I'm tired of the same joke, all that stuff. But it's just like with fat people, like where if you really notice, everything has an offense, right? Everything has an offense attached to it. But then, like on The Office, when they make fun of Kevin for being fat, or they make fun of him for eating too much, they make fun of him, and like the dude when the Stanford branch shut down, and how much they were making fun of his weight. Why is it that everything else is taken to offense, but yet, weight and the way people look is still acceptable? So it gets to a point of what is socially acceptable humor, oh, are you going to make fun of this culture? You can make fun of that culture. No, you can't do it no more. But I think it's still okay to make fun of the way somebody looks. So go ahead and broadcast it.
I think the
I
social
think-
go ahead, Cisco.
No, I was gonna say I agree with you just to an extent. There is a point in a TV show or something where you're like, hey, that might be a little bit too much. But for The Office, I'm gonna be honest, I really enjoy a lot of the humor that it has in it.
Oh yeah, no, same. I'm just saying, like, it just gets to the point of what's socially acceptable and what's not. And it kind of sucks because you have, at that point, it's no longer about right and wrong. It's now about what's socially acceptable and what's not,
But
regardless of it being right and wrong.
I think with humor, it's always about making fun of someone else, and then it's only offensive if it's about you. But what I find lately with the social climate is everyone wants to stand up for someone else, even though that's not them, and they make themselves a part of that, even though they're not entirely like related to it. But it makes them feel like self-righteous,
Like they're doing something worthwhile.
yeah. So it's difficult to even make fun of someone else or some small group or whatever. It like literally anything. You can't make fun of anything because someone was going to want to stand up for them, even though like it's not a big
What do you
deal.
mean them, buddy? What do you mean them?
said what I said.
Have you guys seen Married with Children?
No, I haven't.
Dude, Sean, please tell me
I
you've
have
seen
not.
Married with
You're going to be the authority.
Oh my
I haven't.
God,
No, I have
dude.
not.
So Married with Children, Married with Children. So you know how there's some of those cartoons or even other ones where they make fun of like the 80s style big hair, and the woman walks in and she's just like, Al, right? Like, Al, I'm home. Like that. So that came from Married with Children, and Married with Children was such a it was like they were trying to portray the American home. Like the dad would get home, put his hands in his waist pocket or waist belt, and crack open a beer, and then the wife would come over, serve him dinner, talk to him, like rub his feet, stuff like that. But it was done in a more disrespectful manner, I guess you could say. But Married with Children, I don't believe would make it at all in today's climate. Like it would just it would just raise so many red flags for people. Like we're talking like the kids, even the way the kids would talk to the parents. I mean, it was worse than The Simpsons. The way that like the dad would act at work, like it was so unprofessional. Like it was just everything about it was just so unprofessional and wrong that you just it wouldn't make it. It wouldn't make it today. If you've watched Married with Children, you'll know what I mean.
Mhm.
But have you guys seen Community?
I've
No,
seen
I haven't.
tidbits of it. I've seen like little videos from it.
Is that
You
a
seen
newer
the-
show or an older one?
No,
or-
it's older. It was made back in 09. So a few years
okay.
before The Office ended. But it was made in 09 and it ended in 2015. I think it only ran for 6 seasons. But it's what's it called? It has Donald Glover. What's his rat name again?
Childish Gambino, I
There you
think.
go.
Childish
Yeah.
Gambino. Yeah.
Childish
So
Gambino, yeah.
it has Donald Glover in it. It has Chevy Chase. It has oh man, I forgot that one. Oh, the dude from Talk Soup. He's the main character in it. But like, so this is the thing about that show. The humor in that show is relatable to The Office. And this is why I brought it out in the beginning, is that the humor is coming from ignorant characters, because that's the shift. And this is the reason why I don't think Community would make it, is because the humor is coming from a douche character. It's coming from people who are supposed to be set in like real life in a community college, and they're not supposed to be like completely ignorant. And the way that the humor is brought on, dude, like there's some stuff that's in there. You're just like, what the heck? Like, how did that make live TV? Like, how did a network say that's cool? Like, we're gonna go ahead and air this. Especially because, dude, it's sexist, ageist, racist, all the ists that you can think of. It's in there. Like, it's a no holds barred show. And it's like, and you're just like, how the heck did this make cable? Like, this was all on cable TV. So it's definitely something that wouldn't make it. I don't even think its pilot would pass before people
Really?
start making an uproar on it.
So you say we should watch it? Is that what you're saying?
I'd say you should watch it, yeah, for yourself.
Well,
and
I'm on,
make an educated guess.
Yeah, I'm on Deadline, and it says that Netflix and Hulu just pulled some episodes of Community because of a blackface scene.
Oh, dude,
So it looks,
they did the same thing with The Office.
They did the same thing with The Office.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
so-
you, man. Like,
Yeah,
and
so
then, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that what you're saying. Like you were saying, man. It's true. Like they're reviewing everything, and it's just not. They're starting to pull stuff now, and because they're saying that's not cool.
Well, what do you guys think about that in itself, though? Because I feel like there was this old movie called Thank You for Smoking, where they were trying to basically promote against smoking, obviously, and what they were doing is they were changing pieces of art.
The lobby people, right?
Yeah, it was basically following the main protagonist, who was a lobbyist for a smoking company, but it was on a scene where this company was making ads against smoking, so they were changing famous pieces of art who featured smoking, and they were changing it out for like a mug of, a cup of Joe with like steam coming off of it or whatever. So with that in itself, like, what do you guys think about that, with people trying to, or I guess like with society trying to adjust or just to cover up history or art, these shows trying to change it from what it was to try and acclimate for everyone's feelings?
Well, that's what I mean. I think it goes back to being what's socially acceptable and what's not. Because, for example, lobbyists, right? Dude, lobbyists just aren't in politics. Lobbyists are within companies and are within the networks. So all these analytics on people, like if you haven't watched it yet, I think it's called The Great Hack on Netflix. It talks about data mining, the legalities of data mining, and how like the Trump campaign, how it completely changed what data mining is allowed to do or what these companies are allowed to do now. So you have these lobbyists who are going in and getting all these analytics, and they will shift to the way that the populace is leaning. If people are saying that, I mean, obviously, LGBTQ plus whatever, how it's acceptable, way more acceptable, right? The ratings are super high. People are getting more into it. So we're going to go ahead and shift the mindset into all these different shows and plug that in there. You have all these different what's it called? Oh, what was that? Or like hot political topics, right? If those are trending, then we're gonna shift the media into this direction because that's what the public wants, right? And that's exactly what media is gonna do.
I don't know if I don't know, man. It's difficult for me to kind of try and support that because like I understand there's a reason behind it, and I understand that it's all political, but it's hard because like sometimes I don't care about whatever's going on in the society. Like, bro, I just want to watch a funny show. I don't want it to be so focused on what's happening. Like, to be as neutral as possible. Like, I don't want a show to be trying to push into product place this new movement or like BLM or like Blue Lives Matter or like LGBTQ. Like, I don't like. Sometimes all I want is just a funny show or a sad movie or any sort of film. Like, just emphasize on that genre instead of trying to or push certain agendas.
But that's the thing, is that it's about the consumer and not about you. So it's whatever so whatever the consumers want, and if you're a part of that analytic, if your analytic block is low and the other one is high, which one are they going to go with? Which one's going to pump out more money?
Are you telling me that the podcast the Phat Chat podcast is not super massive, that they're not going to take our analytics, bro?
That's correct. They're not going to
No, dude, we're gonna within a month.
We're gonna blow
We're
up.
gonna be huge.
Well, with
Yeah.
this new
We're too
raffle,
neutral. We're too neutral, and with this PS4 raffle, who knows?
we might be
Yeah.
rich.
You guys
in
have
3
to
days.
remember to enter. Also, Chon is single.
That's true.
True.
This is true.
You guys.
But let's just keep going. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling.
Let's go.
Let's keep the next topic, guilty pleasures. So let's go ahead and start off with Josh. Do you have any?
My guilty pleasure is being single. Okay, thank you. That's it.
Well, thanks, Josh, for your input.
You're very welcome.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
Joshua.
Yes. So
Neil
mine,
Moore.
I like pedicures. I love pedicures, dude. I love pedicures and rom-coms. I love those things. Sometimes together, if I'm at a salon and I'm watching the movie, I'm like, oh dang, what? This is just friends? Heck yeah, I'll get a pedicure to this. But dude, I'm telling you, the way that these girls will like just start cutting my toenails and they like do the paraffin thing, they like do the whole massage on like your calf and stuff. Oh my goodness. And then they get all that dead skin off the back of the heel, bro. Oh man, like it's my leg will twitch because of how like great a time I'm having. Like it bounces up and down and twitches every which way because it's just it's such a great feeling, dude. And I think I introduced Chon to pedicures. You
did. It was the day before your wedding. I was down there.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
right.
yeah. And it was like all the guys were like, no, it was just me and you at that time, wasn't it? Or who else went with us?
No, it's because Spencer made an appointment, I think, at nail time, and it was all the guys, dude. And I think Jasmine was the only other one that was there.
Oh yes, Jasmine was there
Like,
too.
All dudes, we reserved everything, and all these girls came in the front door, saw all these dudes in the pedicure chairs, and would just walk out. And we were like, "That's okay, man. This is our time. This is our time in this place."
Basically rented the place out.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, man, like it is. So you are the one, because I enjoy pedicures too, and it was actually because of you, Josh. That day, the day before your wedding, we're all getting pedicures. Like, man, this feels good. So I've been getting them quite often now. But that's thanks to you, Josh. So thank you for that.
I have that pretty feet. Know what I'm saying? Every time you just take off and put your slides on. Who wants to wear socks with slides, bro? Just put them on.
Because feet are nasty.
All right, Sean. Do you want to keep on? Do you have any other guilty pleasures, Sean?
My guilty pleasures. I like drinking juice directly from the carton out of the fridge.
Ooh,
that's just one of the ones that I love to do.
Well,
but then again, I live alone, so nobody else drinks out of it. So why waste a glass?
That's
true. That
makes sense. Sometimes I'll go into other people's houses and do the same. I figure they're not gonna know. I'm just kidding.
That's nasty.
Right, you're never coming to my house.
Do you mean again? Just kidding. Cisco?
Let me see.
Stalker much.
For me, Josh, you were saying you like rom-coms. To be honest, I like musicals, but not like musicals like High School Musical. I'm saying like La La Land or Greatest
Or
Showman
like
kind of
Sound
thing.
of Music.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, I like Sound of Music too.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
those are. I really enjoyed La La Land too. That one's a pretty good one. Gets a lot of hate though for the ending.
I never watched it.
La La Land was good.
Hmm.
Do they get sprayed by toxic waste?
What?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Hmm.
As
Josh
yeah.
on a tangent.
Another one would.
Go ahead.
Oh, and no, I was gonna say another one would be Fortnite. I think Fortnite is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't play it as much as other games, but it's definitely a fun game, especially if you're playing with friends. But it gets a lot of hate for like the community, the merch it gets, the emotes, the songs it has, things like that, which I can completely understand. I was the same way before I downloaded it.
So
And
what
then-
is Fortnite?
Like, I just bandwagon hate. Like, I bandwagon on the hate because I've never played it. I've never even really checked it out. But yeah, I'm like,
No,
whatever.
well, it's completely understandable. I understand 100% why it gets the hate it does. Like even me before I got it, I tried it in like 2017 or 2018, and I didn't like it, so I deleted it. And then after I deleted it, I saw all these kids like doing those emote dances everywhere and in stores and seeing all the merchandise. And I was like, oh my gosh, what has this game done? And then I downloaded it again to play with my cousin, and dude, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
So
Yeah.
you caved in. You caved into the pressure.
I did cave in.
I actually recently got Fortnite to play with Cisco, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I really don't care about it. I'm pretty open about it. Like I don't hate it. I don't like it. It's just another game for me, I guess. Just another.
Yeah,
I
I've had
I
it.
actually just downloaded it because you said it was free.
Did you
So I
really?
just downloaded it.
That's
Yeah,
actually
it's
why
on-
I
it's on
downloaded it
there.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I download
It's been
4 games.
downloaded on my PS4 for probably about 6 months. I just never opened it or used it. So I'm like, maybe I'll try it out with you guys.
Yeah. might as
Yeah.
Well,
well.
because didn't your PS4 is a Pro, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pro.
Wasn't it one of those bundles where it came with it anyway?
No, because I got mine. I got mine pre-owned.
Oh, pre-owned. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a pre-owned one, so it just came with the basics. No bundles, nothing like that.
Yeah, see, when I was I was trying to look for my second PS4, and then I was at Target, and I was like, oh man, the PS4 Pro, and it was gonna come with Fortnite, and then that's when I just went to GameStop. I returned it because it was cheaper at GameStop for the bundle. I got like 5 games with a brand new PS4 rather than just Fortnite with a brand new PS4.
That sounds like a wise choice.
Yeah,
As for
yeah, it is.
myself, like I had a hard time thinking about guilty pleasures because I'm pretty open about like whatever. I really don't care. But I would have to say, like I just thought about it right now, like I would like fast food. Like sometimes, man, I go hard for some fast food. Like I will
I don't know if
rank
that's
them.
a guilty pleasure though.
Well, I
feel
like
like-
try to keep a
I think
good
that's
figure,
just
you know.
hunger.
No,
It's
because it's
hunger
not.
satisfaction.
I like the taste of it. I don't know. That's what I would consider my own guilty pleasure, I guess. It's just,
Because of all the preservatives.
yeah, I would say.
I think
just
it's
how
I think
unhealthy
it's a
it is.
guilty pleasure because you're like indulging in it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you go,
Like
yeah,
last
like you
night,
just
2 in the morning, I was just like, dude, I can go some like McChicken. You know what I'm saying? Little chicken nuggies.
Oh yeah, you're telling me too, huh?
Yeah, dude. I was wanting some chicken nuggies last night, and dude, I didn't get
Chicken
any,
nugs.
but I didn't want any because I was tired and I was like sitting here in my underwear.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I'll send you pictures if you need.
Just goes like nice. He's like nice, and I'm like gross.
Don't act like you're wearing pants right now. Come on.
I'm not.
I think we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just wearing this
Probably.
button up.
It's the COVID outfit, you know, just to wear a t-shirt and that's it.
That makes sense. I
That's
believe
it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. That's it. That's all it is.
That's it.
Oh, obviously some
No.
socks. You gotta wear the shirt and the socks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
You can't
definitely.
forget the socks. Can't forget the
Yep.
socks.
No socks, no go.
So have you guys ever, so this is another one of mine is I'm sure a lot of people do it, but I don't like to admit to it, but you know, driving on the freeway wherever you're going, usually it's on the freeway for me, and just like when it's not as hot, you know, the windows down, put your favorite song on, and literally like screaming, like if there's someone in front of you, just like you're singing, right, but you're just yelling out loud singing. It's just like one of those feel good things that I enjoy doing when I'm in a good mood. Some days I'm like but for the most part, that's another guilty pleasure of mine. Have you guys done that?
I do sing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like I'll sing.
Especially with the boys
With
on a
them
car ride.
boys. Yeah. It's been a minute, but yeah. 'Cause
Boy,
of the
boy.
It's that
COVID.
Yeah. I think the only time that I did that when I wasn't in a car, just like walking down the street and just like singing was at Josh the night before Josh got wedding. Josh got married. You remember that, Josh?
No.
Yeah. Whatever, you do remember.
This is awkward.
We went to that. It was English. I think it was an English pub.
Yeah, it was the English pub. It was the Crown and Anchor.
Yeah, Crown and Anchor. Yeah, and we were walking down the street. We were
Out
just
in
having a
Monterey.
good time, just
Shout out
singing.
to Crown and Anchor in Monterey.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay.
Nice guy too. But yeah, that was one of the only other times.
So yeah, moving forward, I guess would be food. Off-brand and name brand.
Dude.
So there's this funny link we'll probably put in the description that has like a list of ridiculous names. So we have Dr. Thunder versus Dr. Pepper.
Nice. Actually, so I've had Dr. Thunder from the 99-cent store. I can say that it actually kind of tastes just like Dr. Pepper. But obviously, if you close your eyes and all that, do the taste test, and you'll definitely taste the difference. But dude, 99 cents for a 3-liter, tub of soda.
I don't care what it tastes like. 99 cents, I'll take it.
Exactly.
Like-
Instead of the $1.19 2-liter Dr. Pepper. Oh my god, that's way too much, dude.
Dude,
That's
I don't know if you guys go to the Dollar Tree. I go there a lot for like snacks and stuff, especially like after school or
Dude,
stuff.
you know
which
they
I
sell
can't-
Lunchables there. I used to ride my bike there. 99-cent store and Dollar Tree, but I would ride my bike there when I was in school, and I'd get a Lunchable, dude, and just Lunchables.
They sell Lunchables there?
Get like
It
4
smells
of
like
them at a
porn here. Sorry, what?
What?
It smells
Porn.
like porn in here.
time.
I was
Yeah.
like, what?
I heard something else. Sorry, but
Cleanse
So-
yourself, son. Cleanse yourself.
no.
Someone needs God.
Bro, it's because you guys like lagged out.
We lagged out. Maybe I did.
No, but I go to the Dollar Tree a lot, and they have this it's like Dr. Thunder. It's called Shasta Cola. It's more popular. Like you'll find it at parties and stuff like that. Like the little
Oh yeah,
cans.
Shasta.
Shasta
Yeah,
Cola.
I think that one's
Shasta
pretty
Fruit
good.
Punch. I like Shasta Fruit Punch. That's a good
Is
one.
it
I've had
the
the fruit
Tiki
punch.
Punch?
Do you guys ever?
Yeah, dude.
So here's the thing. I know a guy who would buy like these off-brand ones and like the purple ones because they don't even have a name. That's just like purple drink. He'll get those and take them to parties because he knows people don't drink it, so he can take it home after and save more money.
That's Kool-Aid.
Ooh.
Purple drink is Kool-Aid.
No, because it has fizz. It's like a soda. It's like purple drink.
Oh, purple fizz
1
drink.
cup of sugar to 1 pack.
Heck yeah.
Fizzy
Dude.
liquid.
Has to give you diabetes. It comes with an insulin shot after.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh. No, dude. Another one from the Dollar Tree that's good is Snack Pack. They're like Jellos. I like them more than Jello. I feel like they taste a lot better.
Okay.
Well,
Like-
at least we don't have to pay sugar tax because
Is that a thing?
There you go.
yeah, our what's it called? Our friend Stacy over there, she pays sugar tax whenever you buy something in London.
Oh,
That's what she was telling me.
Just throw it
I
on
think
the
it's like
river.
extra 20 pence would be like 20 pennies for us, but just for the sugar, which is insane. I think they just charge for everything.
wait. Sasha said what?
Dang.
She said that they pay sugar tax for
Oh,
sweets.
but what's that pence? What's that pence stuff? Is that like penny?
Like
It's
my
like
pence?
probably like the pennies. Well,
Oh.
okay, never mind. It's only for Coca-Cola. I've been corrected.
Oh, you've been
The Coca-Cola brand.
Check
So I think-
yourself.
You got to get on your game.
I know. Hey, at least I checked it. We're good.
Fact check.
This is true. This
Yes,
is
sir.
truth. I think
What
another.
about the Oreos, dude? What?
Dude, okay, this is my
Oreo-
favorite. Go.
Dude, this. Oh my god. The Oreos versus black and white sandwich cookies. Black or
Cream
the
betweens.
cream betweens.
Dude, I've seen that all over Instagram. The cream betweens.
Betweens. Qué
Couldn't say it.
delicioso.
Like what?
Can you
Why?
say delicioso?
Out of, dude, out of all of the freaking names that you can come up with to do an off-brand Oreo, black and white sandwich cookies. Like I don't understand.
Well, it's just a describing exactly what it is. It's a black and white
True.
sandwich cookie.
Letting you know what you're getting from the top.
Yep.
Right at the beginning.
Oh man.
What about
Yeah.
chips,
Pictures
dude?
of-
Like Ruffles, Lay's, Hot Fries, and Pringles versus Ripples, Granny Goose, Blazing Hot Fries, and Prongles.
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 I ain't gonna lie, I've had every one of those except for Prongles and
I've never had Prongles.
Dude, have you ever
Dude,
heard
that
of
sounds like equipment from like the doctor's office or something.
Ripples.
No, Prongles.
Oh,
Prongles? Sounds like tongles.
Yeah, no. I think
No,
we should
man.
do it. We should go on Amazon, see if we can buy some Prongles, and then we'll do a taste test. Test them
I'm
out.
fairly
do a-
sure they have to
we'll
be
do
at
a
the Dollar
mukbang.
Tree or 99-cent store.
Probably.
Maybe.
But I used to get Granny Goose as a kid because my grandfather was a fleet mechanic for Hostess. So in the shops where they would have all like the depot, there would be a store attached to it, and you can get like your milk, eggs, cheese, all your breads, your snacks, cookies, and the chips. Even though they had the name brand, they still carried Granny Goose chips, and so those were like kettle cooked crispy chips. So I'd get Granny Goose. Those ones I actually preferred those over everything else, but like the blazing hot fries over hot fries, I like the blazing hot fries more than just the regular hot fries.
Definitely.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I like for me on this one for brand name versus off brand, I definitely would go with off brand for the chips tasting better. But I've come up in the world. I'm no longer poor, so I go with name brand stuff. So I keep poor at a distance, 20 feet.
20 feet, not that 6 feet rule. It's that 20 feet.
Not that 6 feet rule. I keep poor 20 feet away from me because I don't want to catch it.
And
I don't need to sneeze on me, and all of a sudden I go back to rags.
you
Dollar Tree is not poor.
You go full
Bro.
UK style. You charge them taxes if they get near you.
I charge them tax for every sneeze, for every breath that they take. I will charge them tax for that.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you all for to listening and tuning in to the toxicity of the Phat Chat. We really hope that you've enjoyed today's sessions, and a big thank you to everyone who's tuning in around the world. So tune in next episode for these topics from our fatties, Valerie, VNA, and Quincy. Our topic, winners. So from Valerie, do you love Friends? Were Ross and Rachel really on a break? That's a good question. Or were they not? And from our fatty, VNA, what negative and positive things have happened to you or to the fatties, your fatties this year? From our fatty, Quincy, how do you think people will adapt to post-COVID life? That's a good question. And lastly, pop culture, movies, music, and how do you guys feel about the virtual concerts that's going on right now? So find out next episode. And please don't forget to like and subscribe on any platform you're listening to. If you give us a like, if you like us, give us a 5-star rating. And don't forget, we need your help to get up to those 1,500 followers on Instagram and 1,000 plays on any platform. And once again, how can you help? Post us on your stories and on your feed. Shout us out and we'll do the same for you. So help us get to our goal, and we'll host another raffle with that PS4 as our grand prize. So thank you again, fatties, for tuning in. And this is the Phat Chat signing off.
You should apologize for all the times you stroked out.
I spoke.
Like